Hi, today's video is going to be a little bit more serious. I don't know who's watching this, I don't know why you're watching this, but I'm glad you're watching this because I have some stuff that I really wanted to get off my chest and some things that I wanted to say. I wanted to talk about something that happened to me when I was on my way home from work earlier today. If anyone's watching who doesn't really know anything about me, I'll give you some context. Two really big important things about me are that I go on mission trips. I'm hoping to go to other countries someday, but so far I've only been to El Salvador, and I've been to El Salvador twice, and I love it, and I feel very at home there. I'm not Salvadorian, I'm not Hispanic, I don't have any Latin American roots, but for some reason I feel very connected to that culture and I feel very connected to that people. And every time I go back, I feel home and I feel like I was bred from the Salvadorian soil. And it's a feeling that I can't really explain, but it's just one of those things that you don't really know what I'm talking about unless you've experienced it for yourself, if you've ever traveled elsewhere where you feel connected to. Basically what I do in those mission trips is I help with the poverty around. I help make food for homeless people, and I help build houses. I help give love and attention to the kids who were not treated well by their parents and stuff like that. So yeah, that's one really important thing about me that most people know. And then the other thing about me that has become more of a recent thing over this past school year, I'm currently working in sales. This past year in college, I got a job at my school's telephone fundraising center where we reach out to alumni and ask them to donate money back to the program that they graduated from. And then this summer, I got a job at a local firm and I basically just do marketing and sales consulting. So I represent a brand and I'm that annoying person in Walmart who goes up to you and asks about certain services and if you want to save money on them, and we're just doing promotions and everything like that. So that's another important thing about me is that I am a saleswoman. So anyway, I got off work a couple hours ago and I was about to get in my car to drive home when all of a sudden this adorable little boy came up to me. He's holding a box of candy and he said to me, "Excuse me, miss, would you like to buy some candy?" And I thought about it for a sec and I wasn't really hungry, so I didn't really want to eat anything, and I also don't really have a big sweet tooth, so on top of that, I just didn't want any candy. And I also, just out of a safety precaution, got paranoid because as adorable as this kid was, I didn't know what was in the M&Ms that he was selling. So I thought about it for a sec and I said, "No thank you, I'm okay." And then he proceeded to move on to the next person that he saw getting into their car to ask if they wanted to buy something from him. But then as I got in my car and I was driving away, something kind of just struck me. I realized that this kid, who by the way was Hispanic, he's like 11 or 12 years old, and he's so cute. He's just trying to sell something and make money, and that's what I do for a living right now. That is my current job, and I felt like a hypocrite. I think it might be a little oppressive and it might be discriminatory of me to assume that just because this little boy was Hispanic that he's probably just raising money for something that he might not be privileged enough to afford on his own. It might be a little unfair of me to assume that, but on the other side, unfortunately, Hispanics have struggled in our American economy, so I wouldn't say it's that unreasonable to assume that he's just trying to get by and he's just trying to raise money for something. I don't know what that was, but, he just needed money. And I get it, not everyone is entitled to donations from people, no matter what they're selling and no matter how adorable they are, but it made me kind of wonder. I fundraise for my mission trips and I get very hurt when people don't want to contribute to my mission funds. I only ask for like $5 from a lot of my friends, and then a lot of them tell me they can't even pull that much through because they're broke college kids. I get it, but this adorable little boy reminded me of the other kids that I work with in El Salvador who are about his age who actually have nothing. And I spent the entire car ride home just like crying because I fundraise for my mission trips, and it means so much to me that I can go there and I can, to the best of my ability, help them out and help out their poverty. And it hurts me when people don't understand that that's what I'm doing, and when people don't want to help support that. So it just kind of made me feel really weird inside, because whatever this kid is just trying to raise money for, I turned my cheek on him. I mean, I declined him politely because I really was not in the mood to eat any chocolate, but I wish that I had given him another minute of my time to ask what he was selling the candy for, and if I can just give him $1 without actually buying any chocolate from him. And there's also the skepticism that I don't know what he's gonna put that money for, but let's be real. If an 11 or 12-year-old boy was using drugs, I really doubt that he would use a safe, reasonable means of selling candy in order to raise the money to buy those drugs. In the streets, you're a lot more gruesome than that if drugs are that important to you. So I really doubt that they were gonna go toward anything savage. So it just kind of made me feel weird and uncomfortable to realize that I could have helped this kid out with whatever he was dealing with, and I didn't. It didn't even cross my mind, and it's not like I didn't want to, and it's not like I didn't trust him. I just was so impulsive to respond that I didn't want the thing he was selling that I forgot to stop and think, what is the reason for why he is fundraising this money? And if it's for a good cause, if it's for, someone's medical bill, maybe he's saving up for a plane ticket to go visit his family in another country. I don't know, but I wish that I had stopped and asked what the cause was and decided for myself if that was something that I wanted to contribute to, and I wish that I had done my part in helping someone out. I guess the reason why I wanted to get this message out there is, again, from the perspective of someone who is trying to raise money for myself so that I can travel to a third world country and help alleviate some of the issues that they've got going on. I guess all I'm asking of you is to just remember that if you're ever walking by a salesperson or a little kid just trying to sell something, they obviously need that money for a reason. And you are absolutely entitled to keep your money and put it wherever you want, but I think it's honorable to support something that isn't going to harm anyone. And I think it's just very noble of you if you were to give an innocent little boy a few seconds or a minute or two of your time to hear their story and hear where they're coming from. And that's something that I didn't think to do earlier today, and I really regret it. Thank you for watching this. I will catch you in the next vlog.